Hey everyone, it's Hailey, and today I'm going to be talking about some things that I have been loving and have been making me smile this past month. Honestly, I thought we were further into April than we actually are, so this is kind of like wrapping up things I've been loving for April, even though it's mid-April, but I feel like lately time has been feeling like it's been moving super slow, so I'm still gonna commit to this. But I've never done a video like this before, but it's something I've really wanted to do, and I think now is the perfect time to do it because I want to start celebrating the small things and the little things that have been making me happy and have been keeping me sane pretty much through everything that's going on. I think that celebrating the things that I've been loving, books and otherwise, is something that is good for everyone to do around this time, and just kind of the small things are what matter right now, basically is what I'm trying to say. So while I wanted to do this video for a while, it's kind of inspired by the favorites videos, like the monthly favorites things that I used to watch when I would watch beauty videos. I don't know if they're actually a thing anymore, but I feel like they should be because they're kind of fun. So I want to bring some more lifestyle stuff to my channel. I'm still going to be primarily focused on books, but I do want to do some more different things. So if you have any ideas for some different sort of lifestyle videos that I could do, please comment them down below. I know that when I post about that sort of stuff on Instagram and Twitter, you guys are really interested in it. The one thing is I don't want to do cooking videos. I know a lot of you guys want me to do them, but I like cooking just by myself. It's just, I don't know, it's like a solitary activity for me, so I will cook in vlogs, but I don't really want to do just cooking videos in general, but anything else I'm pretty much open to. Now, like I said, I'm going to be talking about a couple of books. So a book that I have been loving lately is Lovely War by Julie Berry. I'm sure you guys knew I was going to talk about this book, but honestly, it is a book that makes me smile because I think that the romance in it was so beautiful, and I loved the relationship between the characters, James and Hazel and Aubrey and Colette. I love the fact that you got two love stories within this book, and World War I you never really get to read about, and it truly transported me there. And the fact that it's narrated by gods, like it's narrated by the Greek gods, mostly Aphrodite, but you also have some other gods in there, and everything about this book I think was just so well crafted, and the audiobook was beautiful. You got jazz music alongside the story, so it truly brought it to life. So this is definitely a book that I have been super loving, and honestly, audiobooks in general I have been loving. They definitely belong on this list because I have been finding it extremely hard to focus on reading lately. I find that my mind just wanders to a million other things, and I find focusing on one task to be really difficult because obviously with everything that's going on, I've been more anxious like a lot of you guys, so that translates into not being able to focus on a lot of things. So physically reading has been such a struggle, but listening to an audiobook while following along with a book has been so helpful. I do want to take a second now to talk about the sponsor for today's video, Native. So they create an all-natural deodorant, which is definitely something that I have been loving. I love the scents for these, and it actually works. I have been working out in the comfort of my own home now, which is kind of the perfect time to be experimenting with a new deodorant, because if it didn't work, then I could just smell in the comfort of my own home and no one would know. But these actually do work super well. I have 3 scents here. I have coconut and vanilla, which is my favorite, and then citrus and herbal musk, and cucumber and mint. And the scents are all super nice, and they are paraben free and aluminum free, so it's good for you too. And definitely everything has made me very conscious of taking care of myself, so having this as part of my beauty routine that is good for me feels awesome. I'm super picky about my deodorant actually. I don't like when it's like too sticky or wet, and these are perfect. They dry super fast. I don't feel it under my armpits. I feel dry and fresh and clean and ready to go, and like I'm not gonna stink in like 5 minutes. These are vegan and cruelty free, so like while you're taking care of yourself, you're also taking care of others. But coconut and vanilla, like I said, is my favorite. It just smells like tropical and like a coconut, which I love. Citrus and herbal musk. This one smells like, it's kind of an interesting scent, and I do really like it. It smells orangey, but then it also smells earthy. It's not a scent I would typically reach for, but I do really like it. And the last scent, cucumber and mint, this one, it smells so fresh and clean. Like, this smells like a good smelling bathroom. I don't know, that sounds so bad, but like, I don't know, it just smells like fresh out of the shower. That's what it smells like, a good smelling bathroom. But these did really stand up to the true test, which was after me working out. And I sweat a lot, so the fact that I did not smell after working out means that these are great. If you guys were interested in checking out Native deodorant, you can save 33% with my coupon code, which will be on the screen, and I will also have a link down below, and you'll also get free shipping, which is awesome. Free shipping is always great. So thank you so much to Native for sponsoring today's video. I honestly never thought I'd be so excited about deodorant, but like, they smell so good. Keeping on the topic of beauty, another thing that I have been loving recently is this Tarte palette that I got around Christmas. I don't even know what it's called. Luxe Eye palette. It would be nice if I knew how to read. I've been using this for my makeup. I'm actually wearing it today, but I think it's super nice. It has a lot of really sparkly colors, which I like a lot. And what I've been doing is using this color on the outer and this color, is it that color? Yeah, that color on the inner, and then I'll use that on like the very inner. I know all the terms, obviously, but I'll wet the brush before, so then they end up being really metallic, and then I'll use this in the crease and then that over it, and then a little bit of black on the inner crease. So I've been liking that eye look a lot. I think it's a little bit different. I kind of used to always change up my eye look like every time I would film, but I find that I have gone back to this one so many times, and this palette is like really chunky, to be honest, but I think that it is well worth the space it takes because all the colors are super pretty and not really like anything else that I have in my collection. And I love the loose glitters too. I think that they just add something to an eye look. Another kind of beauty thing that I have been loving is headbands. I bought a bunch of headbands. I actually had a vlog where I mentioned when I first bought a bunch of headbands. I think it was back in November, and I went through a phase in like high school and stuff and grade school, I would wear headbands occasionally, but then I kind of stopped wearing them altogether. But just in the past month, I've gotten back to wearing them. I guess I never really knew how to wear them, but I like it when I like curl my hair and it's kind of fallen out a little bit, or I just had it half up, half down or something, and then I just throw on a headband. I feel like it just makes me look a little bit more put together than I normally would look, which is really great for staying at home and keeping my hair out of my face. I hate having my hair in my face, but I also don't really like having my hair up because I don't think it looks good up. That's why I do the half up, half down thing, but I kind of get tired of that hairstyle, so having headbands now is a different way to add a new accessory to my look, but also have my hair out of my face. Let's talk about food. So I cook a lot, and you guys know that if you follow me on Instagram because I'm constantly posting what I'm cooking. So I get my recipes from various cookbooks that I have, which I will do a cookbook collection sometime. I don't really know when, but don't worry, it is on my list. But I get them from there, and then also food blogs. I have a bunch of them that I follow, and I just look and see what's new. But by far my favorite food blog, and has been for a while, more than a month now, is Half Baked Harvest. And I have her cookbook here, which is my favorite cookbook of the moment. It's Half Baked Harvest Super Simple. So this is her second cookbook. It came out last year, and oh my goodness, it is great. Every recipe in here that I have tried so far is truly super simple. I feel like a lot of times when they say a recipe is super simple, it ends up taking forever. It like might be pretty easy, but it's time consuming. But these are easy and quick, and I love it. I find myself constantly turning back to this cookbook to see what I can find and if I can find anything to make. I've made numerous things from here, and one of my favorite recipes that I have made this past month, I've actually made a couple of times, and it is from this cookbook. Let's see if I can find it. This is one thing actually, the bread in here, it's like no knead bread and pizza dough. So easy to make and like delicious. Let me see if I can find that recipe though. I'll go over like every recipe that I've made from here when I actually go to do the video talking about my cookbooks, but this is like, if you're gonna get one cookbook, this would be the one that I would recommend right now. Okay, here's the other thing. So it is this garlic butter ramen. It's 15-minute garlic butter ramen, and it truly takes like 15 minutes to make. I've made this twice in like a month, and I'm trying to stop myself from making it again. It's delicious. It's so easy, and like just adding that egg on top, oh my god, it has like minimal ingredients, super easy kind of pantry stuff that you'll have, but It's delicious. Highly recommend this. Definitely recommend this cookbook. My other favorite recipe that I have tried recently is also from her blog, so definitely go and check out her blog, but it is the hot honey chicken. Now, I can't handle any spice, so for that I eliminated the cayenne and I forget what else was supposed to be in there, but the hot honey is what makes this chicken. One, it's like cornflake breaded and then oven baked, but it actually turned out really crispy, which I feel like never happens. And then the hot honey, you just drizzle that on top, and I've never had anything like it before. She just has such a mastery of flavors. I'm definitely a fangirl because the recipes are delicious. There's only one that I've had that I didn't like, and that's only because I didn't realize it was going to be spicy. Everything else has been like knocked out of the ballpark for me. So good. And this hot honey chicken, I had my sister make it too, and she also agreed that it was really, really good. I also made cinnamon rolls recently. That recipe was sent to me by my sister. I think it's from the website Binging with Babish. I've never heard of it before, but my other sister sent me a carbonara recipe from there too that I tried that was really good. So he must have a bunch of recipes out there, but the cinnamon rolls that I made turned out really well. They were delicious. I did make a different frosting because my boyfriend doesn't like cream cheese, so I made just a plain icing frosting, which was excellent, and I've been eating a lot of that. I would be remiss to talk about things I've been loving recently if I didn't pull out my Switch and talk about Animal Crossing. I haven't played today yet, but I've been loving Animal Crossing so much. It is like bringing me back. I only ever played the DS game. Actually, I did play the Wii game, but we never played the Wii game a lot, my sisters and I, because it was just on our family TV and someone would always be watching the TV, so I never actually got to play it a lot. But on my Nintendo DS, I would play Animal Crossing all the time. And I don't think I ever actually played it correctly, but one thing I would do was time skip a lot, and I refrained for like 2 weeks from time skipping a lot here, but I'm in August right now. Like, it's just the way that I play. I don't have the patience. I know a lot of people think it ruins the game, but I don't think it does. I like to fill my museum. Specifically, like, the museum in this game is my absolute favorite. It is beautiful. So my town is called Wonderland. I don't want to do any like live streams of me playing or anything, but I do have an Instagram for it if you guys want to check it out. I've gotten super into that, but yeah, I've just been like thriving in my Animal Crossing world. Everything takes so long to load here. Please hold. I have pretty much all villagers that I love except for one. I kind of want him to leave, but I am dying to get Aurora because I had her in my village on my DS and we were like best friends. I loved her so much, so I'm dying for her, but I do also really like the other villagers that I have so far. There are a couple though that I'm kind of like meh about that could leave. So today, here I am walking out of my house. I can't see what I'm doing. There you go. So yeah, Animal Crossing has been great and I've been loving it. Let's go see what's in the store because I just like buying things. I can't really shop in real life, so I've been going on shopping sprees in Animal Crossing. Another game that I've been loving is Sims. Obviously, you guys know that I love Sims, but I picked up a few, actually, I picked up all the expansion packs that I was missing and then a couple of game packs, but the expansion pack that I have been loving recently is Island Living. I also got University, but I haven't really gotten the chance to play with it that much, but Island Living, the world, Sulani, is beautiful and I love everything about it. I love the fact that there's dolphins and all this wildlife around. I feel like that's very different for Sims. I never really played with Island Paradise and Sims 3, so I don't know how it compares to that, but I'm having a lot of fun playing with this new tropical world. It's super fun to explore. Speaking of Sims, actually, I wanted to pick a YouTuber that I've been loving recently, and there's quite a few. One that I have just been binge watching all of her videos is I will just fall into a Sims like rabbit hole of watching those videos. Not generally Let's Plays, just kind of different sort of videos about it, but Plumbella, I've been loving her stuff. I've been watching her videos over and over again. She has a lot of nostalgic videos about Sims 2 and Sims 1, and it has just been great to look back at that stuff, and she's hilarious, so I've been super enjoying watching all her videos. Now from there, getting to entertainment, some things that I have been loving is Frozen 2, I would say, is my recent favorite movie. I watched it when it came out on Disney Plus again, and it is such a beautiful movie. I love the animation for it. Not that that's any different than the first one, but just something about the color palette that they used for it I feel like is a little bit different, and I think it's beautiful. And the storyline, I so enjoyed that movie. And my favorite TV show of the moment would be Schitt's Creek, which the final episode of the entire series I watched a couple of days ago, and I did cry. It was very emotional, but it was also so funny. I first watched that series last year, actually around a year ago now, because I watched it when I visited my sister in California, and that was around this time last year. And I rewatched it. I've probably rewatched it like 4 or 5 times since then because it's just such a watchable show. It's also Canadian, which makes me so happy. And in one episode they talked about where I lived, which also made me happy. It's such a beautiful show. If you haven't seen it, I definitely encourage you to go and watch it. I think that the series ended at a good note. It ended where it should. I'm just so sad that there's no more of it, but I did still love it. Now, I wanted to end off this video talking about a couple of things that I have been loving given the situation that we're in right now. One of those is dog walks. Dog walks are great. I'm quarantining, but where I'm at, aren't at a point where we're not allowed to go for walks anymore. I know that there are certain places that have those restrictions in place, so I do still go for walks with my dog because Charlie likes to go for walks and he loves his little legs going for those long walks. But we do still practice social distancing while we are walking. If there's anyone, I go to the other side of the road, or like, it's just like, it's one of those situations where I feel like it always ends up like this, where the person is like, are you gonna move or am I gonna move? And then we both go to move. But don't worry, we are safely walking. But dog walks have been really nice, and I always love dog walks, but now it's just nice to get outside, especially because it's starting to actually get pretty nice outside. It was 13 degrees today, which was lovely, and hopefully the rain will hold off because I love being outside, and it's just nice to have Charlie so happy on his little walks. He picks up every stick he sees. Another thing obviously I've been loving is FaceTime. FaceTime has been such a blessing. Not even just FaceTiming with my family, but there's a bunch of us who play Animal Crossing who have been FaceTiming, which is really, really fun. But just having that interaction and still being able to be social but safely is really nice. So those are really all of the favorite things that I wanted to talk about. I feel like I could ramble on and on and on about things that I've been loving recently, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun filming it. I think it's fun to just take a break from talking just about books and talk about some other stuff that I've been loving and let you guys into my life a little bit. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Please let me know if you did, and thank you very much once again to Native for sponsoring today's video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!